Hi, I'm Beck and I'm with Dr. Vanessa Perotta, who's going to be telling me all about whale snot. Vanessa, you've spent a lot of time studying whale snot. Why?
Well, whale snot is a really interesting way to learn more about whale health. It's that visible plume that you may have seen as a whale comes to the surface to take a breath, and it's not just water. Rather, it's got DNA, bacteria, and hormones which we can collect to provide a checkup of a whale's health.
And why do we need to check up on a whale's health?
Well, unlike your cat or dog, you can't take a whale to the vet. So we need to come up with ways to try and check up their health on the ocean. And one of the ways we can do that is by using a drone. So we simply launch the drone from the back of a boat, it flies over to a whale, collects their snot and comes back with the sample.
Why did you use drones in the first place?
In the past, scientists would rely on whales that had either stranded, in which case their health was compromised, or those that were deliberately killed, which is unethical. And current methods involves using a pole where scientists need to be in a boat and be very close to a whale, which can be quite dangerous for a whale and the researchers. So flying a drone is a much safer option for both the whale and the scientists.
This isn't a drone that you picked up from the shelf. What did you do to it to make it how it is now?
In science, it's always really good to collaborate with industry, and I've worked with a fantastic drone pilot and engineer, Alistair Smith, who helped me create this wonderful design, which is not only waterproof, floats, but also whale snot proof. This bit here is the most important part of the drone. This is what collects the whale snot. And our drone is very unique. In fact, I've never seen this on any other drone before. What this does is we place a petri dish, which is this little plastic thing here. This is the device that collects the sample and that we take back into the laboratory once we've got the whale snot. The idea is that this little servo here opens and closes the petri dish, and the reason we want that is because we want to collect our sample and minimise sample contamination. As the drone flies through the air, there's bacteria everywhere, so we want to make sure that we're collecting just whale snot.
Why is it important to study the humpback whale?
The humpback whale makes for a wonderful model species to learn more about whale health. Because there's lots of numbers, we can then use these animals to collect information from, and by collecting their lung microbiota or whale snot via the use of a drone can provide an early warning tool of their health or any changes of their health in the future.
What's next for this technology?
Now that we've proven that this method works, the next step for this technology is to apply this to learning more about whale populations that aren't doing very well.
Vanessa, have you got any advice for somebody else who's looking to research or collaborate with somebody outside of their field?
I would strongly suggest that others in science, even technology, approaches the other side and collaborate. This drone is a wonderful collaboration of where science meets technology, and together we're working towards whale conservation. If you are in the field or you know of anyone who may have a skill set that you might not have, ask a question, simply approach them and see what they have to offer. And I'm sure by blending your experience and also their experience, you might create something amazing just like this.